Not bad, man. Not bad.
Are we having fun yet?
All right, welcome to Sundays with Clan. Obviously, these are the days in which we sit back, we chill, we relax, and it feels more like a live stream. But I go through some of the questions that you guys had, and yeah, I answer them to the best of my ability and give you my opinion. So this is gonna be a very laid back video, so relax, chill, get your ice cream. Let's get into it. So let's go ahead and look at some of the things that you guys said. I actually went ahead and put a heart on the ones that I really wanted to answer because I thought they were kind of, they were really interesting. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to get through all of these. Like, I'll be on these for a while, but I really do appreciate people commenting. I'm doing this every single week, so don't worry. Patreon members and YouTube members, you guys are going to get it first, so I'll post it first for them. If you guys don't have any, then I'll let the general public. So this is basically the general public and all the good subscribers that wanted to go ahead and give their questions on here. So, but I do this every week, so don't worry. All right, so let's go and go through it. So let's go with the first one right off the bat. With Thad Young getting no minutes, what do you see the Spurs do with him? Trade or waive? And what could we get for Thad Young if that is your answer? So, here's my thing. Honestly, when it comes to Thad Young, at this point, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see him getting traded. Now, I am gonna go ahead and give you my opinion on if we were to trade him, what could we get? But honestly, I don't see him getting traded at this point. He's kind of verbalized that he's not extraordinarily happy in San Antonio, but at the same time, he's been a professional this entire time. Like, he's been a really good leader. He's took it in stride. Pop likes him. He likes Pop. He said that already. Like, he really does like Pop. He just wants to be able to play. And unfortunately, even he knows that that's just not going to happen right now with the Spurs, and for obvious reasons, right? But if we were to trade him, okay, in a perfect world, let's say we don't let him go. I don't see him getting waived at this point. I just don't. I don't see him getting waived. I could be wrong. But let's just say we did trade him. If we traded him, I would like to trade him to the Milwaukee Bucks. When I look at the Milwaukee Bucks, I feel like they would have room for him. It's also a contending team that's not as good as I think that they would hope. They're like fourth in the East right now, but they are a contender, obviously, just won a championship. And getting someone like that Young will only add to what they do well already. They're already a gritty team. They're already a nasty team. They're full of vets everywhere. You're looking at George Hill, Drew Holiday, even Giannis at this point. Like, they have, Brook Lopez, they have quite a few of vets on the squad. So I think that he would just add on to that. And he's a guy that, yeah, he can kind of fit with any team. But if he goes anywhere, he's going to go with a contender. Now, what could we get from Milwaukee? I don't see us getting any of their players. I tried to look through some of the picks that they have. It looks like they'll have some second round picks available. That's the only possible scenario that I can see this happening. Another reason why I would want to do it with Milwaukee, because I'm assuming, okay, this is my assumption, but the Spurs would have a good relationship with Milwaukee. With Budenholzer being there and, Pop's relationship with him. So overall, we would have a decent relationship. Not only that, it's not any type of scenario where they or the Spurs will be hesitant to make a trade together, only because we're not in the same conference at all. Like, we're not rivals. We're not going to see each other. So it wouldn't be that big a deal in that regard. So overall, this is a team where I could see us trading him and it would make sense. But honestly, that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, he just walks after the season, and it's starting to really seem that way. He does benefit us right now somewhat as far as just being a veteran, but yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, Chief. I'm sorry. But anyways, that was a good question. Thank you. And if you guys, you have any different answers here, please leave it below. Now, this one I found very interesting. Okay, this is kind of wild. All right. So call me a conspiracy theorist, but for some reason, this whole COVID thing right now for the Spurs looks like an attempt by Pop to load manage while not receiving a fine 5-day rest and back to action. No. If you recall, look, Pop is a mastermind, okay? He is, but this isn't something that's just happening with the Spurs. This has been happening like all around the league. So no, Pop isn't doing this. If Pop wanted to seriously just load manage, he's found ways to load manage. Like, obviously he doesn't do what he used to do. Back in the day, he would just say like old. I don't know if you guys knew this. Literally, he would do that. Like on the sheet where you have to say like, why is this player out? For like Tim Duncan, he would just put like old. Like he would make jokes like that. And obviously the NBA don't allow that anymore. And he had to find new creative ways. And it will be something like, I don't know, hamstring, bother him, tight muscles, something, he always finds some type of way. Personal reasons why they're gone, anything like that. So no, I don't think Pop would have to go out of his way to do that. Also, honestly, I don't know, it might just be me, but I think that would be a really like insensitive way of going about that. Like if you start using the pandemic as a way to get like load management, I don't know. It seems a little callous. It seems a little out of character for the Spurs to do something like that. But the biggest reason why, I'm not saying this is the craziest idea at all, like overall, but I will say the thing where I will say no, this isn't the case, is because this has been going on with everybody. So it's not just the Spurs. The entire league is dealing with this whole situation. It just finally caught up to us. And if that was the case, why wouldn't we have done it like way before? It just doesn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't see that as being the case. But look, that's a great comment. Okay, that is. I didn't even think of that. So I mean, I don't know. You got creative with that one, but I don't think so, Chief. All right, so this is the last one, and I found this one as actually the most interesting. Well, no, the other one was the most interesting one, but this is one where I'm like, yeah, we do have to address this. So here we go. So this is by Hooligan. He says, I'm sure if this is, I'm not sure. I'm sure. Wait, I'm sure if this, I'm pretty sure you said, I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not, but I think we are starting to overrate Primo. Yeah, he's good and all, but Spurs fans need to chill with the play Primo comments. I think Trey Jones has a higher ceiling. No. No. Okay. All right. I don't agree with that at all. So the whole is Josh Primo overrated. I see where you're coming from when you're saying like everyone is super excited to see Primo. If anyone's rating him, it might be me. But as far as like Spurs fans, general public, I think people just want to see more Primo. We're already losing. We're not doing very well. I don't think anyone thinks that Primo comes in and saves the day. But honestly, I do see it as he has a lot of potential. Like everything in his arsenal is pretty doggone good. I've done quite a few videos on this already, so I don't think I have to go into like how he handles himself in the press conference, his facilitating abilities, his shot creating abilities. I don't think I have to go through any of that, but I will say that just from what I've seen from Josh Primo, his ceiling is extraordinarily high. And I'm sorry, I just have to really disagree with you when you say that Trey Jones has a higher ceiling. No. Trey Jones' ceiling, in my opinion, is a very, and I mean very good backup point guard. Like, I see him as having, I don't know, I don't see him as having like a superstar caliber ceiling at all. Right now, the way that he plays basketball, he is more of a traditional point guard. And the way that Josh Primo plays basketball, you could say he's a lot of things. You could say, I see a little KD. You could say, some people said, I see a little Kobe. You can say, well, in my opinion, I see a lot of Kyle Anderson playmaking ability. I see Derek White's defense. Trey Jones, don't get me wrong, he's a smart player, good defender, but even his size alone will make his ceiling lower than Primo's. And I really do mean that. I mean, Trey Jones is not going to grow anymore. He's around where he's going to be at. Joshua Primo, he has more growing to even go from here. He's at the perfect size for someone who could potentially be a shooting guard superstar in the league, and he could get potentially even bigger. And well, he's going to get bigger, but I mean taller, and that would make him even more of a threat. So as far as the ceiling alone, even if you're looking at body type, Josh Primo has more of a ceiling than Trey Jones. So I don't know. I just don't see that at all. I see way more promising features in Josh Primo than Trey Jones. I will say this though, and this might sound a little contradictory. I will say that as it stands right now, today, I would say Trey Jones is technically a better player than Josh Primo as it stands right now. but that is going to change maybe within a few months and definitely into next season. Josh Primo will be by far the best player. I will say even in a couple seasons, he'll be the best player on the team. So I don't know. That's just what I see from Josh Primo. I understand what you're saying, where people are saying, play Primo, play Primo, play Primo. But honestly, I think it's more out of we're losing anyway. We just want to see what we got. I don't think it's necessarily a play Primo as in play Primo and all of a sudden we're a championship team. Now that's where I would say, okay, people are overrating him. But where I come from when I want him to play, I'm basically saying, look, we suck anyway. Let's see what the kid can do. All right, I just want him to get his minutes. But yeah, I know what you're saying though, because right now Josh Primo, he's more so like a catch and shoot shooter for the Spurs right now. He's done a little bit more, the last couple games he's played, but he's more of a catch and shoot. Trey Jones has a bigger role with the team overall. So I get what you're saying, but no. I have to disagree on that one, Chief. There's no way that Trey Jones has a higher ceiling than Josh Primo. But yeah, I don't see that. But anyways, look guys, if you want to support the channel, it's only $2 a month. Patreon members and YouTube members do giveaways every single month. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for the 4.5K that we reach. Woo, 4.5K. I don't know. That was so goofy. But yeah, I'm going to do one for that. The other giveaways have already been sent out. So the last two giveaway members, if you guys, the guy from Australia, I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry. But you Patreon member, big guys from Australia. And also Philip Allen, who's won twice now. What the heck? But anyways, your guys' stuff is going to be sent out. If anybody wants to support the channel and you want to be put in the monthly giveaway as well, it's only $2 a month. YouTube, Patreon, all that good stuff. But yeah, I hope this was good. I really do appreciate you guys like leaving your comments on here. That's really great. And yeah, big shout out to Big Willie, who you can see that he's a YouTube member. He just became a YouTube member. But yeah, anyways, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, so great questions, guys. Keep them up. I'll definitely do this again. Like, try to do it every single week. But yeah, these were great. But if anybody else wants to, send me anything as far as like any articles, I'll be honest, there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to the Spurs right now. So if you guys have any like articles or discussions you want me to bring up in a video, you can also do that by going to the Discord link in the description, and it is the Clan the Spurs Fans server. And thus far we have over 350 people, I believe. Yeah, we got quite a few. So if you guys want to support and join the Discord, please join the Discord, and you can send me a message on here directly, or you can go to content suggestions and drop some content suggestions in here as well if you want me to cover anything. But yeah, so anyways, I'll get with you guys later, man. I rambled for way too long. But yeah, until next time, deuces.